Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Getting ready to do Taurus and Pisces sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G for 2021. How about that? Y'all been going through some shit, Taurus and Pisces. What the hell? I know Pisces, just from remembering some of the readings kind of that I've done this year, been in a real emotional state. Yeah, there's that Eight of Cups, what you want? And the Nine of Wands. Taurus, you may not be feeling very satisfied with your Pisces right about now. That's that Eight of Cups. You might be feeling some reluctance at this point to even consider moving any further with your Pisces. Blah, 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 blah. And it's just like that. Y'all are tired, stressed out, trying to deal with things. As far as your relationship is concerned, pull that off the top, so we're going to flip this over. Those are the three off the bottom. Yeah, here's your top. Nine of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups. Oh, damn. Eight of Wands with the King of Cups. Okay, some infidelity maybe. Strength card on top of the Seven of Wands. Or Seven of Wands on top of the Strength card. I'm sorry. What the hell? Nine of Swords. Five of Wands. Just straight ass conflict and just shit going on. The Chariot. Who ride in reverse on top of the Three of Pentacles. And the Death card on top of the King of Swords. Wow. That's the first 6 months. The hell. So, oh, this is frustrating. Oh my. Let me just say this off the rip. You ready to say some shit y'all don't want to hear? I'm sorry. I get it though. I get it. It feels like, I know Taurus is getting ready to change the channel and swipe left. It feels like some of you have gone into third-party situations on your Pisces because you can't, it's like you're never satisfied. Pisces is never satisfied with whatever is going on, and it's just been a back and forth and a struggle. The challenge here, which is interesting, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Not upside down, but the back side. The vice versa cards. This Knight of Pentacles here talks about taking the initiative. And oddly enough, on the other side is about optimism. On top of the Four of Wands, which in the big deck, you may be trying to clear up some misunderstandings. You may be dealing with some codependency issues next year. But you're trying to take the initiative. It feels like some of y'all are just going to stop where you are and drop it and call a truce and try to go back to the beginning. And that therein lies your challenge. If you want this to work with your Pisces and Taurus, I got to say it. Pisces has been going through some shit this year. They just have. For no good reason. I don't know. A variety of things, planetary lineups this year, COVID-19, just throw it all in a pot, boil, shit. And that's pretty much where Pisces has been this year. Some have come through unscathed, and I'll say most of them are in either no relationships or loose relationships where there's not a lot of structure. Those Pisces, though, that are in structured long-term relationships, this is y'all right here. This is y'all right here. I'm sorry because I can feel just kind of like the halting energy. You don't know what to do. The Two of Swords. You know, girlfriend got them blinders on. It's like, fuck. The fuck I'm supposed to do here? And that's just right on top of your overall, sitting on the Eight of Cups. I mean, just the TV color tube is just broke. Just saying. They're going back to the black and white, and nobody is satisfied. That's truly the feeling that I have. Just like, fuck, we've done all this shit and still everybody bitching, moaning, and complaining about whatever. On the back end with the Knight of Swords on top of the Nine of Wands, there's just, Taurus, you've got a lot of reluctance about moving any further in the situation. You just, and you to be damn talking about some damn broader view. You ain't trying to hear that shit either. Now, that's probably what a lot of you feel like you need to be doing. Maybe you need to step back. There's a lot that's going on this year between the two of you. And Taurus, you might be kind of on the brink of saying, well, maybe I need to step back. Now, let me clear this shit up for y'all hit my inbox with the craziness. Taurus, if you got off into a third-party situation, well, let me say this to Pisces. If Taurus did get off into a third-party situation, it was brief. It wasn't a long-term, this is not anything that feels like it's going to go on and on and on. Throw that part out there. But after that, Taurus, you just feel like, well, maybe I need to take a step back and take a look at what's really going on. But it's like the other side of you is like, fuck. And it's in the same way the pictures. This is all calm and serene, regardless of the fact that he got a big ass sword. But I just look at the colors. It's like, okay, off to war. But then you got all this loud shit over here, like, hey, mooing and horses farting and bulls running around and some more shit. That part. And that's kind of, you're in two minds of what you need to and what you want to. Looking at January, the Knight of Cups sitting on top of the Nine of Pentacles, or the Nine of Coin, there comes some clarity that you're going to have to dedicate yourself, Taurus, to stand up this side of the horse. If, like I said, it feels like a lot of y'all like, fuck, I ain't trying to do this shit right now. I'm tired. I'm done. Because Taurus, you've had a rough year. Let's not just put this all on Pisces. You've had a rough year too, but the difference here is in the way that the year has been rough. This has been an emotionally rough year for Pisces, for whatever they're feeling, trying to go through, deal with. Taurus, for you, it has been a foundational trauma to you, because things that you know and love have shifted and moved around you. So it really is less touchy-feely for Taurus, because in Taurus's mind, things that are changing are monumental. You know, we like having a gig to go to every day without all the stress and changes and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, here come the pandemic and fuck everybody. That part right there. So I have to say Taurus has been going through it too. But Taurus, you need to gain some clarity before you make any kind of decision to do anything further. You need to spend some quiet time and think about, is this what you want to do as far as dedicating yourself to this cause? Because this is one of them situations. You're going to have to be all in, all out. All this half here and half shit, no. Third party shit, no. I'm telling it. Now, let's flip it back on Pisces. In February, the Eight of Wands, the King of Cups, there may be some infidelity on Pisces' side, if there hasn't been already. Padow. And it says beware narcissists. I don't get narcissism so much as I hear loud, chatty, fiery, pop-off people. This is wands, rods. So this is fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. These are the people that are just, how can I say this? These are the ones that are just talking nonstop. Get to work. They ain't shut up. It's lunchtime. They are still 3 o'clock. They still at it. And let me tell you something else. And you just put it where it is. That distraction, this person, this is definitely not no long-term shit. But this person is a distraction. Because they just got it going on. And we up here and we down here. We over here, let's jump in the water. Let's get out. And that might just be The distraction, you'll note that he's got his booty in our face. And this might be just the distraction Pisces needs. Now, as I say this, and this is going to take a lot of understanding on both sides. So, if this is one of them relationships you like, fuck it, I ain't got to have it, you could probably just not even watch the rest of the video. This is for people that are not sure what they want to do next year with their Pisces. Foundational things are there. You got chemistry, you like the person, but this year by itself just did damage to the relationship. Probably areas that were weak that before the pandemic you didn't even think about. But jobs, schedules, kids, all of that in the mix took a toll on y'all. So if Pisces is not already acted out, you know, it's in those moments when you are able to breathe a sigh of relief. Sometimes you do some dumb shit. I'm just saying. The other side of that, as far as fidelity is concerned, it might not be a third party situation, but Pisces might just shut down on you, Taurus. I'm just telling you. They might just shut it down. Ain't nobody getting nothing. No kisses, no hugs, nothing. So beware of that. It feels like by the time we get to February, March, Pisces is going to have a better understanding of how you feel towards that part. So here we go to the negotiations. But here's the thing. There's a whole lot of second guessing going on now because trust between the two of you has been breached. So obviously this ain't going down easy. Start negotiating. If you're gonna get this far, you're gonna have to sit down and have those conversations about what went wrong. Excuse me, in 2020, so that you don't make the same mistakes next year. Don't feel like y'all are lone strangers, because you're not. Everybody, a lot of people have gone through this. The result of a lot of relationships right now, as we speak, are people in divorce court. Because pandemic just threw a spin on it, and we need this kind of change. People needed to come home and see their families, and quit running around like crazy people, and bring the look back inward and get up off some of this bullshit. Okay, beyond that, you're gonna have to sit down and have some conversations, and it's gonna have to be a give and take. And there's going to have to be some tolerance. I'm looking at this strength card. You're going to have to some things you're just going to have to hear. You might not want to hear. You might want to get up and roar. The bull might want to get up and flex a muscle or two, or a horn or something. But it's there. I would be more open to the true side than the fighting side. That audacity and bold. I would probably be a little more humble. You can get what you need out of this relationship, Taurus. I don't know where that's coming from, but I'm saying it anyway. You can get what you need. You get what you want out of this relationship. I don't feel a loss of love here. I feel some confusion. I feel some hurt feelings. I feel some, how come you've ignored me? And it isn't any of that. It really isn't anybody's fault. But Pisces, again, being a water sign, has just sucked up all of the emotion around them. When we get to April, and just look at April and May, the Nine of Swords with the Five of Wands on top, it's that emotional shit. Straight up emotional, up all night, oh my God, what the hell. And in the daytime, it's just a constant bickering. Again, go back to the negotiations. These may not go well. They might go well. Depends on where you are in your relationship. But negotiations can get off the rail. And it can turn into just a full blown out whatever. It's going to truly depend on whether or not you can see a new beginning as a blessing, or if you feel the new beginning is going to be a burden. I said that right, yeah. Is it going to be a blessing or a burden? Gonna be something nice to look at on the wall, or is it gonna have you up all night trying to figure out how they hanging up on the wall? And that's real talk. And something you need to consider if you're gonna stay in a relationship. If you're not gonna stay in a relationship, this will be arguing and fighting over who gets the dog and who gets the water bowl. When we get to May, looking at the chariot, like I'm saying, some of you may decide this is it. Gonna be a lot of jealousy, power struggles, all kind of stuff between the two of you. Now you can bypass all of this right here. But if this doesn't go well, and I think for some of you it's not gonna go well, because it's a lot of pent up energy, a lot of pent up emotion, a lot of oh my God, what the fuck. And so they may not go well. And so there you go. Now that I'm looking at him from behind and not from the front, whatever separation you do may be temporary. By the time we get to June, the King of Swords and the Death card. For a lot of you, it's going to be about overcoming your fears. Because you're going to be in a place where some of you might just jet and be out. But not on any kind of permanent, long-term thing, but just, I need to go so I can clear my head. You may have to overcome whatever fears you have. Whatever's going on, deal with whatever. And this might take longer than 6 months. We'll just throw that shit out there. The King of Swords, some of you may get some good advice from a fatherly or brotherly type. Someone that knows you well. However that's resonating, and male, female, doesn't matter as far as who you are, but this is male energy for sure. You may be able to get them to talk and give you some good advice about what to do, because this is going to be sketchy, especially if you've been together any amount of time past 6 months. That's a lot of time to be with somebody, and then in the middle of a pandemic, well, what the hell? So if you have that kind of person in your experience, they may be a good person to ask for guidance on what you should do next. Look. So we're looking at July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah. The fuckery, ain't it? Just the fucking fuckery. For those of you that make it through the first half of the year, the second half is kind of up in the air. So looking at July with the Three of Pentacles on top of the Ace of Swords, Taurus, this is going to be about you. And if you're choosing to, after all, some of the smoke kind of dies down and clears out, you're going to take some perseverance on your part. And once again, right up here with the Knight of Pentacles, the initiative. So, you get to the second half of the year, if this is going to work, and you both may decide, yes, we're going to try and do this and do whatever, you may have to be one to just kick it in. And that there's an Ace of Swords. But, yeah, there's an intellectual component to this. There's some deep talk and thinking that needs to go on between the two of you. But for sure, keeping your emotions in balance, both of you. Because I'm figuring by now Taurus is just an emotional wreck trying to deal with Pisces and figure out what the hell's going on. So it's going to be really, really, really important the second half of the year to keep some emotional balance. This obviously with the Ace is going to open up a new chapter or a new subtitle or what the hell ever you want to call it. Again, depending on where you are in your relationship, is going to determine what happens next. We get out of July into August with the Five of Pentacles on top of the High Priestess. There may be some worry. there may be some worry, and it may be some other shit going on where you have to just really take a step back and just trust yourself, trust that you're making the best decision that you can make for yourself, and that this is underneath the chariot, it's not a mistake, and not let this shit drive you nutty batsy shitty cuckoo. That part. Yeah, there's resistance. One of the both of you may be putting up a fight about something. You know, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Why is something else still happening? That kind of energy. So, do your best to kind of stay attuned to yourself, how you're feeling. And Taurus, I'm talking to you now. And if you feel like things are getting to be too much, and you're worrying too much, that's the word worry down there, yeah. Back it up. Because once again, you ain't trying to be nutty, shitty, batshit cuckoo. So, if you feel like you're getting ready to get that overwhelmed with the whole thing, take a step back. That doesn't mean you have to cut connection with Pisces. But, as I'm saying that, September, talking about upheavals. So now might be the time the third parties exit stage left. If you guys are going to make any kind of serious commitment to move forward, I don't think this is going to be anything anybody is announcing on the PA system. But however it's applying, it's feeling like September going to be cutoff time. And for some, it might be Taurus cutoff time or Pisces cutoff time, however that's resonating with you. But for sure and for certain, any little stragglers that are out there on the periphery, September is going to prove to be a month where they're not going to be able to hang anyway. You will feel, excuse me, you will feel a shift in the dynamic. Going from a lower vibration, because when you do a lot of shit that you can't talk about, or I don't want to say the word sneaky, but that's exactly the word, that puts you at a lower vibration. As you begin to separate yourself from the lower parts of the vibration, you may begin to experience just some random shit, random abundant shit, finding $20 somewhere, that kind of energy. But it'll be because you're coming out of the dark and into the light. For some of you, I hate to be talking about this shit, but the fuck. For some of you, the third party shit might be a little difficult to get out of. Especially if you're not married on any side and you were just dating Pisces or dating somebody else, whatever. Trying to let this go might not be as easy as you think. Also in September, some of you may, before another group of you that might separate in the fall. So, depending on what group you fall in. And then once again, we got the Three of Swords in October on top of the Page of Wands. For many of you, if you were going to put the turkey on the table and call it done, you will encounter some new people. Yeah. For many of you, this will be the end of it. Something may go on in September that triggers just a ripple effect into October, and it just is done. And then one of them things where it's so big, it's too big to even consider trying to fix, that kind of shit. So keep your eyes open for that. Looking at November, any deceptions that had been just out there will come to light by Thanksgiving next year. So anything anybody's keeping, and this is serious, money, additional housing, places, apartments, tickets to different things. So it wouldn't be anything that's this year, 2020. We may be finding out about some things that really started in 2019. Yeah, that part. You may feel like you've been stabbed in the back, Taurus. I'm just throwing all this shit up against the wall. Because that's what I'm hearing and seeing. You may feel like you've been stabbed in the back, and what I see is literally a bull in the ring in Spain with a knife stuck in his back. So, and this is not going to be current shit. Notice all the dark time shit there. This is not none of daytime, right now shit. This is going to be old shit coming to the fore. So, it can go either way. It could be Pisces with the secrets. It could be Taurus with the secrets. From where I'm reading and the energy that I feel, it feels like Pisces may have some things that they've hidden that you didn't know about. There may even be some friends, these are my bird and Ernie here, that may be in on some of this. So just kind of man up on that one if it happens. This year has not been a good year for a whole lot of people. Man, at the end of the year, Queen of Cups with the Moon card. Once again, talking about dealing with your fears. And it's at this point, I think most of you will know whether or not you're going to stay in it or get the hell out of it. That the Queen of Cups is here speaks to Pisces a lot, and how they may be feeling. They may wait until the end of everything going on to start talking about how they feel. So just be mindful of that. Next fall might be a bit emotional and action-packed, especially if Pisces is feeling like they're losing something, which I have a sense, yeah, that's probably going to be true. So just do your best to stay in balance. Taurus, you take the initiative where you need to take the initiative, whether it means going a step further into the relationship or cutting it out. You take the initiative. Pisces is going to find it difficult to navigate something they really don't want to do, if that makes sense. So just be mindful of that. What is this to accomplish? Yeah. Time for somebody to go somewhere, huh? Details. Okay. Yeah, I hear money there. Just check your shit, Taurus. Whatever you have going on, just make sure everything is in order before you get too far off in this. Taking the initiative. What the hell? Follow the leader. But I'm just going to stick this card right on top of that. Take the initiative. And let everybody else follow the leader. You be the leader. How about that? If the relationship is going to stand up on its own, Taurus, next year will be the year you'll pull it out of whatever it's in, if it's worth that to you. If not, oh well, it's not going to get pulled anywhere. It'll just be where it's at. But I feel like a lot of you are going to try and make this work, because you know you got a good partner, and that's on both sides, Pisces and Taurus. But again, because of 2020 being just such an asshole year, you might be able to regroup in the summer. There may be a temporary separation that's needed between the both of you. A month, 6 months, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. Taurus, you do your best not to get overly emotional. Keep going, yeah. Okay, so I said this earlier, you know, you're going to have to look at this year to see what the fuck went wrong. So now, you need to be open to different when it comes to problem solving. If it's regarding your kids and computer, office space and time and this and that and the hoo-ha, be open to different. Don't get in this little rigid box. Taurus, I'm talking to you. I know y'all like, but for real. Because I'm a bull, so I know what happens. You get in your own little funky shit, and this is over here, and this is over here, and this is where we're going straight up. And yeah, you just need to be open to different. There's more than one, as my grandmother used to say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So be open to different. If you open yourself up to the universe to offer clues or suggestions, I promise you, you'll get more than you need. So be open to different. Keep going. And that can go both ways. If you decide to break up, keep going. Don't get into the stutter step. You know, I don't know if I'm going to go and stay. Tomorrow you got your bags packed. And then the next day, you know, I'm not going anywhere. Saturday, you're ready to hit the road. So keep going. Whichever way you're going, whatever you decide to do, keep going. Don't get into that waffle, middle-headed shit, as I call it, where you don't know it, do it. Don't do it. Keep going, whatever you're doing. Remember, regardless of whatever's going on, acting out and all this other strange shit, it's what's on the inside, Taurus. So you got with your Pisces for a reason. And I'm a Taurus, and I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Sometimes we have to just give a little bit. We're so loyal. We go all in immediately. Once we know we got what we're trying to get, we are all in. Understand that you're dealing with an emotional person. And that's not a bad thing. I'm just looking at your elements, earth and water. Water is very emotional. Pisces, they cap that off real good. And this has been an emotional year for them. And they may have done some things that they knew they didn't need to do, but they did it anyway because they didn't know what the fuck else, because shit's just crazy. Just remember, it's what's on the inside. It's what's on the inside of all of us. Make mistakes. All right, Taurus, Pisces, I love you guys. I hope you have a safe, happy new year, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.